Once was a boy who had no parents at this time, until a man named Bruce Wayne, who is also known as Batman, who took him in. His name was Richard, or Dick Grayson, who renamed himself as Boy Wonder, but he prefers to be called Robin because he likes Sid better than Boy Wonder. At first, he didn't like the name Robin for him because he thought that people would make fun of him for having a name like that, but after Batman tells him that he is Robin, he accepted what Batman called him. But when he left Batman as soon as Robin felt that he was ready to move on his own life, Batman let Robin go, but to never forget him, and Robin will never forget the man who trained him to fight crime, save lives, and help the nice and good people. He belonged to a team of teenage superheroes, and they were called the Teen Titans. He was the leader of them, and got everything that he could have ever wanted. He was brave, even if he didn't have superpowers. He had many friends that cared about him. He had loved them all. But there is someone that he really likes a lot, and that is a mystery to find out. Even when Robin grows up and has changed his name to Nightwing, he will always be Robin on the inside. Robin was looking down at his parents' gravestone. He misses them very much, ever since the instant death during the circus act. Hey Richard, Batman, also known as Bruce Wayne, walked towards Robin for comfort. I'm sorry for your loss. I don't have anyone to. I don't know how, or don't have anywhere else to go, or have anyone that I know to live with. Robin was crying. He was at least 8 years old when this had taken and he was taken in by Batman, who made him feel like he was at home. He was trained to fight crime, having to save lives for the good, but he left Batman when he was ready to move on. I'm sorry, Batgirl. I have to move on, Robin said to Batgirl. I understand, Robin, but will you visit us? Batgirl asked. I will try, Batgirl. Robin hugged his two friends and he left the Batcave to start afresh on the new team of superheroes. Robin wakes up from his dream. Batman? Did I really see him? He walked out of his room after getting changed from his pajamas into his superhero usual wear. He was not in the Batcave. He was in a tower of the shape of a T, which he was not alone. He was living with four of his superheroes. There was the leader of the Titans, and he has four friends. There was Raven, who is the girl with dark magic, Starfire, who speaks in another language that no one can understand but herself, Terra, who can move the earth, Cyborg, who is a half-man, half-robot, and Beast Boy, who shapeshifts into any animal he wants. Ever since Terra came into the picture, there were 5 superheroes that he was with. Inside the Titans Tower, in the living room, where the rest of the Teen Titans were. Morning, Titans! I know you'll like breakfast this morning. Robin pulled out eggs with ham on plates that came with toast. Thanks, Robin, looks great, Cyborg said, as he grabbed his plate, along with the rest of the Titans got their plates. Raven drinks her tea as she eats her breakfast, as Robin glances over at Raven's purple eyes. She looks up at Robin with a smile and with a wink in her eye has to show him that she has a crush on him. Robin, may we have a talk alone? Terra asked. Sure, Terra. Robin and Terra walked out of the living room and they walked into Terra's room. Terra locked the door behind them. What is it, Terra? Robin asked. I hope nothing's wrong. No, Robin, nothing is really wrong. It's just there's something that you should know, Terra said as she took her laptop from her desk as she was writing something on her computer. I think Raven likes you, Terra smirked. Robin did like Raven a lot. No, Terra, we're just friends, that's all, Robin said. Oh, really? Come on, Robin, just tell me the truth. Do you like Raven? Terra asked. As a friend I do, but I mean we never had, well, I never have come around to have that commitment to her yet, Robin blushed. You should really ask her out someday, Terra said, but Robin wasn't sure if he should break up with Starfire and go with Raven. But since you're dating Starfire, you'll have to make your choice when you should break up with her and ask Raven out or not, Robin. There is always time to take that opportunity. I'll have to think about that, Terra. It's just so hard for me to choose. Raven and I have a lot of things in common that we like and dislike, and sometimes disagrees. She can tell me anything that she wouldn't tell anyone else but me. Well, she's just a mystery to know when you see her. Robin walked out of Tara's room and walked down to Raven's room, and then he looked around to make sure Starfire or anyone else wasn't around. Then he knocked on the door. She opened the door and looked at Robin. "What?" she asked. "Raven, I was just wondering about what horror movies you want to watch." Robin blushed at this as he was too shy to speak to another girl that was a bird name that has one as well. "I watch stuff like zombies, anything with blood and gore, and maybe sometimes with X-rated content, if you get the idea." Raven was shy to speak more to Robin, who is the leader of the Titans. "That's cool. I was wondering if you would like to go see a movie together," Robin stated, as Robin pulled him into her room and closed the door. "Robin, you're with Starfire," Raven said, freaking out a little. "Are you nuts? If she finds out that you're taking me to the movies, she'll kill you for that. I just don't think it's right to do that," Raven said. She sighed. "Besides, she'll get mad with you and a bit with me, possibly." "Raven, if we can keep this as a secret, she won't get mad. I'm just trying to think of what we can do. I just haven't decided on what I want to do yet," Robin said. Then Raven had an idea. "I have an idea and I know it'll work, but it will have to be a secret," Raven said, as she was brushing her hair when she got the idea. "What is the idea?" Robin asked, as Raven placed her hand on his mouth, just so he could stop talking so she could speak. "When Cyborg, Tara, Beast Boy, and Starfire go on a mission, we'll fake sick to make them think that we are sick, and we'll go to the movies when they get back from the tower, they don't see us. We'll tell them that we went to the clinic to find out why we're both very sick." Raven chuckled. Robin loved the idea. "That's a great idea, Raven. You come up with great ideas. That is what I was going to say," Robin said as Raven gave him a hug. "What movie do you want to see?" Raven asked. "Any horror movie you want to see, we'll go for that," Robin said as Raven looked on her phone on what horror movies were playing in the movie theater. "How about we go see this movie? It's called The Island of the Dead. It is about a group of people are on an island while a zombie outbreak is happening." "Sounds good, Raven. I'm in. Even though I'm not a fan of zombies, but whatever you want to see at that movie theater is totally fine with me. I don't get scared easily," Robin replied. "Like, how can we keep this a secret between you and me about hanging out just the two of us without the other Titans noticing or seeing?" Raven asked. "We should just tell them that we're just friends, and I hope Starfire doesn't know, and as she gets jealous when we're dating." Robin gulped at the fact that he was worried that Starfire will find out. "Well, I suppose we could do that, but I'm just hoping Starfire will understand, like telling her that the relationship that you're with her isn't going too good, and even you can say that you feel that about you and her should end the dating relationship, and say that you're still her friend," Raven replied as she took a sip of her herbal tea. "Well, I guess I could say that, but I'll have to be a while to wait for me to make my choice on what I want to do. But I'm sure I'll figure something out." Robin left Raven's room and turned back to smile at Raven before leaving her room. The next day, the Titans were having breakfast when they noticed that Raven and Robin weren't in the living room. "Where's Raven and Robin?" Starfire asked. "I don't know. I think I both heard them coughing and talking as if they were dying. I think they're catching a cold," Tara replied. "Oh dear, I heard Robin in his room saying that he and Raven are going to the clinic to find out why they're so sick," Cyborg said as the alarm went off. "Trouble, Titans. We have to tend to Raven and Robin when we get back from our mission, and when they get back from the clinic." Starfire and the rest of the Titans left the tower. However, once the coast was clear, Raven and Robin both walked out of their rooms. "Ready for the movie?" Robin asked her. "Yes, I am, and the movie is an hour and 15 minutes, so it isn't a long movie, so we should be good," Raven replied. "Let's go have some fun, Raven. I'll pay for the snacks and the tickets," Robin said as he grabbed his wallet. "You don't need your wallet, Raven. I'll buy lunch later, okay?" Raven smiled. "Thanks, Robin," she said. At the movie theater, Robin and Raven were sitting down alone in a big theater room. "I'm excited about the movie," Raven said as she took a sip of her drink. "I'm glad it's just me and you, Raven. I think this movie will be just as good as the trailers are," Robin replied. After the movie, Raven and Robin both walked out of the movie theater. "That movie was too awesome, Raven. Like the scene where the zombies were all bombed. Oh my goodness, near the end of the movie was so cool," Robin said to his best friend. Yeah, I know, Robin, and the zombies eating people were gross, but the graphics were awesome, Raven said as she hugged him tight. I'm sorry for hugging you so tight, Robin. I'm just glad we had fun together, she replied. That's alright. You hugging me is a lot better than Starfire's hugs. She hugs me too tight that I came close to the point where she might kill me, Robin replied, as he opened the door of the movie theater for Raven. Thanks, Robin, for holding the door for me. And about Starfire hugging you so tight that she could kill you is a bit odd. She does that for no reason, replied Raven as she and Robin walked out of the restaurant that is not far from the movie theater. I know, right? I get so tired of Starfire being so into me, I know you wouldn't jump forward that like she does, Robin replied as she texted one of the Titans and telling them that he and Raven are at the clinic and that they'll be back soon. Then a waitress came by. Table for two, she asked. Yes, please, Raven replied as the waitress brings Raven and Robin to their table as they sat down on the booth. If Starfire finds out about this, Raven, then I don't know what I would do. Raven held Robin's hands into hers. Just think it over and tell her that the relationship between you and her isn't going well. Maybe she'll understand, Raven replied. Just tell her the truth. What if she just takes it the wrong way? Robin asked. Raven calmly breathed in and out to find the right words to use. Robin, you're in denial right now. What is wrong? Why are you going out with me and dating while you're dating Starfire? You have to tell me. Raven's voice started to escalate a bit to an angry tone. I just want to tell you this, Raven, but I know it would be awkward to say this. It's just we hung out more than you think we are. I just want to hang out with you more than Starfire, Robin replied. Are you saying she's... Robin then cut Raven off. I'm not saying I don't like her. I'm just saying that I don't think my relationship with her is the best. She's just... Raven then cut Robin off. She's just pretty much too busy, Robin. She's talked to me into this, Raven said in a more angry tone, although she does feel bad for yelling at her best friend, even though she was frustrated. Really? Robin asked. Did she tell you that? Yes, she did. She was hoping to talk to you about her and you and her dating. I think she's trying to break up with you. I know it will hurt your heart, but you have to make the decision if you want to stay with her and date me or not. But you have to make that choice, Robin. I'm sure she'll understand and accept it, Raven said as the waitress came by. So what drinks would you both like? The waitress asked. Orange juice for me, please, Robin said. Make that too, Raven said as the waitress wrote down what drinks they would like. I understand you girls don't like the man that they're dating each other, another girl. But Robin, if you can see this means on how much I mean more to you than Starfire. I am nothing like her, so you can see just as how I will be like if I were to have a commitment of staying together for a long time, Raven said as she held his hand. I could see that the same way too, Raven. But I'm just hoping that I could break the news to Starfire without her having a freak out on me over breaking up with her, Robin replied, as the waitress brought them over their drinks. They were both deciding on what to have for lunch. Maybe we can keep this dating thing a secret for now and hope that Starfire doesn't find out, Raven said as she took a sip of her juice. Well, I guess we could, but I'm just hoping that she doesn't know that we're dating in secret and doesn't freak out, Robin replied. For now, Robin, I think it's best if we just talk about this after lunch. Let's just focus on eating lunch and we'll figure it out later, Raven replied.